outside the police station in demand justice for Antonio Arce and as well Dalvin Hollins, 2 teenagers within the last 2 years shot in the back and killed by Tempe police officers. Let me go down there.
All right. Share the footage here at A Mountain. I just pulled up with Tempe Against Police Violence. Here for yet another protest regarding the killing of Antonio Arce by Tempe police. I'm standing at the same spot I was the other night when there were bullets, clip of bullets just left on this ledge here. I told the police chief about it. They don't seem to really care.
I sent this email to the Tempe police chief with the subject errant bullet placement during protest. Hi, from Arizona United News. A man who appeared to be a somewhat undercover officer who was on the roof of the parking garage during last Thursday's protest over the killing of Antonio Arce left his clip full of bullets sitting on the ledge of the building. It was much closer within my own reach than his when I first walked up, and it actually took a while before he did anything about it, even after I recorded video of it. I don't own and have never owned a gun, so I don't know the rules, guidelines, protocols, procedures, policies, laws regarding their handling, but I am assuming this would be somewhere between a big blunder and a very serious violation for either an ordinary citizen to commit or possibly even for an officer who I assume would be very well trained in how to handle his weapon and its components. Please look into the matter, as I suspect it was one of your department's officers. A child could have easily grabbed those bullets. Even if the child didn't have a gun to be able to use the bullets, it still seems too big of a risk to take, particularly when we are talking about an officer who appeared to be watching over the protest of a senseless killing of a child by the same police department just 2 days earlier. I am certain that you and everyone at the Tempe Police Department are mortified by what happened in that case and will work very hard to prevent such killings from happening in the future. I think that putting your bullets out of reach of the general public is another important topic to bring up immediately. Here's the video queued up to one of the spots where I zoomed in on the clip. And a close-up of the person who later picked up the clip. Thanks very much. I received this reply. Dave, thank you for sending this. We did not have any undercover or uniformed officers on the parking garage for the protest. We did have reports of private citizens on a garage overlooking the event, which were contacted by police officers, and no laws were deemed to be broken. Thank you, Lieutenant Hayes, Executive Officer to the Chief. So I replied to the Lieutenant Chief, and I said, in case I did not make it clear, I was among the private citizens on the garage, and I was approached on the roof by 2 uniformed officers. They did not need to deem that myself and the gentleman I was with had broken no laws, because we witnessed each other break no laws, and even filmed the entire time we were on the roof. Whoever it was that was careless with their weapon while overlooking a crowd of people in the city that you're in charge of protecting should be notified to keep their ammunition out of the reach of the general public. This is the person's photo, and a photo of the bullets left closer within my reach than his own. Based on the fact that he was wearing an earpiece that went under his shirt rather than to an iPod, and based on the fact that the uniformed officers who contacted me on the roof came right to myself rather than contacting the guy who left his bullets laying around, and based on the crap I've just been made look on his face when I pointed my camera at him, and based on the fact that he was on the roof for the entire protest, he was not a private citizen. Even if he was not Tempe PD and instead was a marshal, Homeland Security, FBI, or whatever, it's clear that he was involved in some capacity in law enforcement. I don't ever want to see that man, whoever he is, who is careless with his weapon, overlooking a crowd of people in my city ever again. You should not want that in your city either. I hope I have made my point clear. Thanks, Dave.
There's Darien waiting for some people to show up. Not sure what kind of crowd we're going to get today, but he's hoping to have some people out. Not sure how vigilant the police are today. Not sure if they noticed us. Something else that's interesting. So whatever this thing is, looks like a vent of some sort. It's got a bunch of cigarette butts in it. Cigarette butts on the ground. Another one right over here. So we got one. See at least 5 or 6 cigarette butts in here. Bunch of cigarette butts here. There's a cigarette butt. Where'd it go? Over there. A couple on the ground here. I think it might be from that guy that was here the other day, the guy that was kind of careless with his bullets and left them sitting on this ledge, closer within my own reach than his own. So anyway, yeah, it looks like they were littering while they were up here. Here's Darien covering somebody coming out. See if they give him a hard time. Somebody following behind too. They know to just ignore him. There's still just a ton of people up there walking. The zoom is pretty good. Let's try it all the way. That's it. Pretty good zoom. It's hard to keep it steady. Really good zoom. See how close we can zoom in on Darien. I think that's his shoes. Yeah, there we go. See if we can tell what kind of shoes he's wearing. Another cameraman showing up. A little bit of a group now. I got 5 people, 6, 7, 8, about 10 people down there now. Ah, Fox 10. All right. The big boys are here. See if they can find a parking spot. There we go. Perfect parking spot. Tambourine guy. Actually, it's a drum. Looks like a tambourine. I don't think it's got any of the jingles on it. And you usually don't use a drumstick with a tambourine. 12, 13, plus the news. Looks like we're going to have 15 people here. Crowd's starting to file in a little bit. Over here you got Sun Devil Stadium. Saw the Rolling Stones there before. I don't think I saw any other concerts there. Would have liked to have seen the Pink Floyd that was there. And of course you got a lot of buses. This blue bus is called the Orbit. It's a free bus. Obviously somebody's paying for it. Let's guess the taxpayer. But you can use it for free. Behind that is the light rail station. I think that was paid for by the tax dollars. Paid for by tax dollars, and then you still have to pay to use it. So you know, figure that one out. Somebody got rich off that. It wasn't me. Uh-oh, got cops up here. Got one on the mountain looking at me, don't we? Is he looking over here? You checking me out? Is he harassing people for walking incorrectly up the mountain? Put my glasses on, see if I could. I can't see from here. This guy. See him out filming a lot. Not sure what he's up to. Hopefully Alex comes up. I'd rather not be alone up here for too much longer. One thing I like about today is that the police appear to be they're letting us be ourselves. They didn't position police officers everywhere for a peaceful protest. Not even right here where I'm sitting. I'm sitting in the same spot where they had a couple of what appeared to be undercover officers, possibly Tempe, but they denied that it was Tempe. If it wasn't Tempe, it must have been feds or marshals, Homeland Security, some shit like that. Still looking right at me. I'll have to review the video later, but I think he's looking right at me. And these guys are finally on the move. I should zoom in on him, huh?
The one behind Tempe.
Oh, back there.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah. Next to the guy taking a picture.
Is that a pickup truck?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, there goes 645. That might be the one that was up on the mountain. He just did a U-turn and then another U-turn. Oh, he wants to be in that other spot. Here's the chair I made because that pole is not comfortable to sit on.
You got your back covered.
Right, okay, I'm leaving the protest here, and it's hard to see down this little tube, but there's no more cigarette butts than before. I left this one here. It wasn't mine. This one was not mine. These were not mine. So I clean up after myself. Here's a good shot. Pulling out of the parking garage, and all kinds of action. Got a couple motorcycle cops. We've got news guys everywhere.